right, happy Monday, folks. Welcome. It is the 11th of May. Today's workout, you're gonna actually need one heavy object and a timer. We've got awesome timer apps in our description below. Check them out, makes your life easier. All right, let's get to a warm-up. For today's warm-up, it's pretty straightforward. We've got two rounds of 30 jumping jacks. That's these guys. Then you're gonna do 20 mountain climbers. For these, I'd like you to do 20 each side, so that's 40 total reps. Right, left is 1. Mountain climbers. After that, you're going to do 10 up, downs, or squat thrusts. Those look like this. Arms straight and down, plank out, hop back in, and up. 10 of those. After those 10 up, downs, we're going to do 5 upward to downward dogs with toe touches. So we'll start those in the upward dog or seal position. Chin to the ceiling, arms extended, and feet behind you, knees are on the ground. Then we're gonna come up into downward dog with both arms straight, legs are straight, trying to make that A with your body. Your head is loose. Heels ideally can touch the ground on these, but if you're not there yet in your range of motion, that's fine. And then you're gonna touch your right hand to your left foot and your left hand to your right foot, and that is going to be 1 rep. Then you go back into upward dog or the seal, and so on and so forth. Repeat. You're doing 5 of those guys, and then we're doing 2 rounds of this warm-up. So you go back to those 30 jumping jacks, 20 mountain climbers, 10 up downs, 5 more upward to downward dog with toe touches. After that last set of upward downward dogs with toe touches, you're going to do 10 shin box and forward folds. You probably remember those, but get down on the ground, butterfly position, feet apart, and you're going to fold the right knee over and then lean forward over that left foot. Bring it back up, fold the left knee over, lean over that right foot, and repeat until you've done 10 total reps. 5 each side. All right, 10 shin box and forward folds. We'll finish that warm up. Press pause, and I'll meet you back here for strength. Welcome back from that warm up. Today's strength has 2 supersets, 30-second rest intervals in between each movement. The first superset has diamond push-ups in it, close grip diamond push-ups. 4 sets of 10 to 20 reps, and then single leg Romanian deadlift reverse lunge combos, a new movement but fairly simple. I'll show you those. 4 sets of 6 to 8 each leg on those, then right back up to the diamond push-ups until you've done 4 sets of both of those movements. After that last set of single leg Romanian deadlift reverse lunge combos, you'll rest for 30 seconds and transition into that second superset, which involves single arm dumbbell rows. So you're doing 4 sets of 12 to 15 each side, each arm of those, with a 3-second descent, counting to 3 on the way back down. With those, resting 30 seconds going into star planks, where you'll do a 20-second hold on each side for those star planks. Back up to the dumbbell rows again until you've done 4 sets of both of these movements. Resting 30 seconds in between, and then you'll be done with strength. But let's go over those movements. So diamond push-up, you can make a strict diamond if you want, fingers touching, right down into that normal plank for a push-up, chest to them, chest to those hands, back up, boom. If you have any shoulder issues, you may want to play with how close together your hands are. May or may not exacerbate any shoulder issues. If your shoulders are fine, then these will be fine. You can also do them from the knees. diamond push-ups. After those diamond push-ups, you're going to do single leg Romanian deadlift. With that single leg Romanian deadlift, reverse lunge combo. So picking up that object with the right hand, meaning the weight will be on the left, so the right leg is up. All right. Slight bend in this front leg, down to Romanian, and then back into reverse lunge and up. Repeat, Romanian, reverse lunge. You do not have to touch the ground with the weight on those Romanians. Just gonna kind of depend on your flexibility and your arm length and leg length. You just want to feel the work in your hamstring and glutes and keep that midline stable on the deadlift. All right, you're doing 6 to 8 of those, 4 times through. Both of those movements, the diamond push-ups, you're doing 10 to 20. And then after that last reverse lunge combo, you're going into the single arm dumbbell rows. May help to have a bench or a chair for those. I'll use a chair for our example. So with those single arm rows, if you have a chair, put one knee on one corner and the hand on the other, and your midline's nice and stable, and you're just rowing. Neutral grip, bringing that dumbbell up to your torso and back down. Now remember, these are a 3-second descent, so count 1, 2, 3 on the way down. 1, 2, 3, boom. All right, if you don't have a bench, chair, whatever, you can do these hinged at the hips. Don't forget that 3-second descent. No problem with that. All right, so 12 to 15 each of each arm on those. Remember the 3-second descent for those rows. And then you've got the star plank after your 30-second rest. Star planks are side planks, only they're full arm side planks. Your hand goes up, your foot goes up, your body makes a star. All right? Now if these are too hard, just do normal side planks, either from the full arm extension plank or from the elbow, and or you could practice bringing that leg up from the elbow. You may find that easier than from the arm. Play with it, but try to do those star planks. 20-second holds on those star planks. Each side, rest for 30 seconds, back up to the dumbbell rows until you've done 4 sets of both of those movements. Then you'll be done with strength. Press pause, have fun with it. I'll see you back here for conditioning. All right, good job on that strength. Welcome back to conditioning. Today we've got 5 rounds of 4 movements. First movement's gonna be single arm power snatches. You're doing 5 reps of each of these movements, by the way. So 5 single arm power snatches. Then you're gonna go into 5 single arm dumbbell clusters, which is a clean and a thruster combined. I'll show you that. Then you're gonna do 5 single leg dumbbell Romanian deadlifts. We're not done with those Romanians. And then 5 goblet squats. Now you're gonna do each side for the round, but you're gonna go through one side completely and then switch hands and do the other side. Then after the end of the first round and each round thereafter, you're gonna rest 90 seconds to 120 seconds or 2 minutes between the 5 rounds, okay? So you're doing 5 of each side on those first 3 movements, as well as 5 goblet squats at the bottom, at the end of each movement to complete a round, okay? Hopefully that made sense. I'll say it again later. All right, so the single arm power snatches. We've done these before. Power means from the ground, okay? So bring your butt down with that stable midline Object is between the legs, and just the front of that dumbbell needs to touch the ground. And we are going to power snatch that up. Down, up, down, shrug it up. Down, shrug it up. All right? Single arm dumbbell power snatch. After those dumbbell power snatches, you go into a single arm dumbbell cluster. Cleaning the dumbbell first, then going into a thruster. So we're gonna clean it from between the legs. Again, midline stable. We're nice low enough to grab this dumbbell. Clean it up. Down into a squat. Thrust it up. Okay? I'll show you again. Clean. Go. Now when you're doing these cycled, it'll look a little faster. Like that. 5 dumbbell clusters. Then we're going into single leg dumbbell Romanian deadlifts. We just did a version of that in the strength. Okay? So if the weight's in your right hand, your right leg is free. Down, up. Slight bend in that knee. Up. Up. Okay? Single leg dumbbell Romanian deadlift. And then we've got 5 goblet squats. Boom. Find that squat stance. Butt back first, hips down, back and down, parallel or below, back up. Goblet dumbbells in the nice racked position for those goblet squats. After those goblet squats, you go to the opposite side and do 5 reps of each movement, 5 more goblet squats, and that's your round. Okay? Then you'll have 4 more rounds. All right, press pause. Have fun with this one. It's a little varied. Total body. Should be a blast. Don't forget to rest 90 to 120 seconds between each round. Press pause, go to it. We'll see you here for a cool down. All right, welcome back for a very necessary cool down. You always have the option to do the shutdown challenge before you do this cool down. It's in the description below. Today's cool down involves the lizard pose. You're going to do 30 seconds each side on that one. You can do that dynamic or static. And then the world's greatest stretch. With the world's greatest stretch, we're going to rest 30 seconds in each pose. I'm going to show you that now. So start with the world's greatest stretch. Get in that plank position. Then bring your right foot on the outside of that right hand. You're going to leave that left hand planted. You're going to lift that right hand up and try to bring that right elbow to the ground. That is a very strong word, try. Not everybody should be able to, so don't worry about it if you can't, but the point is you're stretching this area right here. Your hamstring, your groin area is opening up. So we're going to hold this position for about 30 seconds. So from this position, you're going to go into a pigeon pose. So you can leave that left arm planked and just bring that leg under. Right leg under. Lower yourself onto your elbows if you can. If you can bring your head down, great. But you're going to hang into this pigeon pose for 30 seconds. You can kind of rock back and forth, take deep breaths, try to stretch lower each time, but hold that position for about 30 seconds. After the pigeon, come on up into a straight leg, hamstring stretch, bring that toe up. If you can reach that toe, pull it toward you, and you're stretching this, holding this position for about 30 seconds. If you want to do a more dynamic release and stretch for that 30 seconds, you can. And then lastly, keeping that foot forward, You're going to work into a hip flexor stretch. Bring those hands overhead, push them toward the ceiling and lower, feeling that stretch in the hip flexor. I'll switch sides for you just so you can see. Again, hands toward the ceiling, lower leg, arch the back, feeling that stretch here. And hold for about 30 seconds for that pose. And then do the opposite side. Again, holding 30 seconds for each of those poses of the world's greatest stretch. All right, for that lizard pose, you're gonna get down on the ground. You're gonna have your right leg is forward, left hand on the ground. You're gonna grab that left foot with your right hand. And then you're gonna kind of ease forward, stretching that hip flexor area and that quad attachment, and just kind of leaning forward into that. Now you can gradually hold and breathe, and every time you exhale, try to stretch a little further for 30 solid seconds. Or you, again, can go dynamic with that and release the tension, go back in. Trying to get a deeper stretch, though, each time on that hip flexor front area. I'll do it with the opposite leg. You might get a better view. So again, grabbing your right foot with your left hand, and just bringing that left foot forward so that you can kind of lean in and stretch that hip flexor area. Really good quad stretch here too. And if you can, bring that chest up high. And again, you can either do that static, trying to stretch a little deeper each breath, or releasing and dynamically going deeper. So that is the lizard pose. That's your cool down for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for joining Mitten Fitness, CrossFit Dexter, for these quarantine, stay home, get ripped workouts. All right, congratulations. You have graduated into a new shutdown challenge. The last one was challenging, to say the least, especially at the very end with all those reps that have accumulated. Nobody expected to be closed this long, but thanks for challenging yourselves and sticking with it. We've got a new challenge for you starting today, Saturday, April 18th. All right, so the new challenge has accumulating 1 full minute of elbow planking. Also, after that, accumulating 1 full minute of hollow holds. After that, you're gonna do 48 push-ups, more push-ups, but think how ready you'll be for Murph. And then after the 48 push-ups, you're gonna do 10 light, emphasize light goblet squats, okay? So this is going to increase daily by 5 seconds on the holds for the plank and the hollow hold, by 1 push-up, and by 2 light goblet squats each day that we continue to be closed due to this virus that's out there. All right, so let's show you the movements. Elbow plank, you probably know, but I'm going to show you. Down on those elbows, on the balls of those toes, your core is engaged. You're pressing down, pressing into that ground with your elbows and your feet, your toes. Really pressing down, really squeezing the abs, squeezing pretty much every possible muscle you can during this hold to get the most out of it. All right, that is your elbow plank. Hollow hold. Make that bowl with your body. Leg raise, arms up and out. Make sure your shoulders are off the ground. Basically only touching the ground from the center of your back to your tailbone and holding. Engage that core. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Push-ups. Push-ups you know. Push-ups you love. And start in that full plank position. Down, chest to the ground. Elbows are in, either 45 degrees or tighter, and up. Push-up. Now if you don't have the full strict push-up, no problem. Go to your knees, down, up, down, up. And if you need to scale that even further, find that coffee table, bench chair, side of your rig, and do your push-ups into that object. All right, then last but not least, goblet squats. This is not necessarily light, but it is a kettlebell in the goblet position. Elbows are in, nice and racked. Your goblet is hugging your chest. Squat stance for these, and you're gonna start with that butt back. So push the butt and hips back, down, parallel or below, and back up. Have a blast with this shutdown challenge. It doesn't matter when during the day you do this. It is meant to be as well as your normal workout for the day. You can do it throughout the day, piece it up, do it throughout the day. You can do it before you go to bed. You can do it as soon as you wake up. It's your workout, it's your challenge. Just have fun with it. Thanks, guys. Hey folks, really appreciate you tuning in. Please do us a favor, press that like button, subscribe, find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, like us, follow us. Stay healthy.